Flushed face, they were strangers for one night. Ring. And somehow, they woke up married. It wasn't supposed to matter. Just one night. No names. No promises. Just escape. Lily Carter never did things like this. She was careful. Controlled. But tonight, she didn't want to think. Not about her past. Not about her future. Just the present. That's why she walked into that rooftop party. Music loud. Lights flashing. People everywhere. And then, she saw him. Across the crowd. Ethan Hayes. Confident. Calm. Different from everyone else. Their eyes met. And something about that moment didn't feel random. Not your scene, is it? He said, suddenly beside her. She smirked slightly. Is it that obvious? A little, he replied. A pause. But I'm glad you came. That line. Simple. But it stayed. They talked. At first, casual. Then deeper. Like two people who didn't want to go back to reality. Hours passed without them noticing. And somewhere between laughter and silence, the world around them disappeared. Let's leave, he said suddenly. She hesitated. Just for a second. Because this wasn't like her. But something about him felt safe. Different. Okay, she said softly. And just like that, they walked away from everything else. The night blurred after that. City lights. Music fading. Moments turning into memories too fast to hold. And for the first time in a long time, Lily didn't feel alone. Morning came too quickly. Sunlight through the window. Silence. She opened her eyes slowly and froze. Because he was still there, beside her. But that wasn't the shocking part. Her eyes dropped to her hand, and her breath stopped. A ring. Simple. Real. Her heart started racing. What? She sat up quickly. Ethan stirred beside her, opened his eyes, looked at her, then at her hand. And for the first time, he looked just as shocked. Because somehow, somewhere between that night, they hadn't just shared a moment. They had made a decision. One they didn't remember. One that changed everything. You've got to be kidding me, he muttered. Lily's voice trembled. Did we? Silence. Heavy. Real. Because deep down, they both knew. This wasn't a joke. This was real. And whatever happened last night had just turned two strangers into something they never planned to be. Married. The room felt smaller now. Too quiet. Too real. Lily Carter stared at the ring on her finger like it didn't belong to her. This has to be a mistake, she said. Ethan Hayes ran his hand through his hair, trying to process it. I don't remember anything after we left the party, he admitted. Neither did she. Just flashes. Laughter. City lights. And then nothing. But this, she whispered, lifting her hand slightly. This doesn't just happen. Ethan stood up, pacing slowly. In this city, trust me, things like this happen. She looked at him sharply. Marriage doesn't just happen. Silence. Because she was right. Something didn't add up. Let's not panic, he said calmly, but his voice wasn't as steady as before. First, we figure out what happened. And then, she asked. He paused. And then we fix it. Fix it. The word felt heavier than it should, because for some reason, a part of her didn't want to rush into ending it. That scared her more than the marriage itself. They stepped outside together. Morning sunlight. Cars passing. Normal life continuing like nothing happened. But for them, everything had changed. Coffee, he asked suddenly. She blinked. Seriously? He gave a small half-smile. If we're married, we should at least talk like normal people. That made her pause. Then, she nodded. Fine. Because somehow, walking away felt harder than staying. They sat across from each other again. Just like last night. But everything felt different now. You don't seem like someone who'd do this, Ethan said. She raised an eyebrow. And you do. He smirked slightly. Fair point. A small silence followed. Not awkward. Almost familiar. What if we didn't make a mistake, he said quietly. She froze. What? What if we chose this? Her heart skipped. Why would we do that? He looked at her. Longer this time. Because maybe, he said slowly, we didn't want that night to end. Silence. Because deep down, That didn't sound completely impossible. And that was the problem. Things didn't go back to normal. They couldn't, because now they were connected, even if it didn't make sense. Later that day, Lily's phone buzzed. Unknown number. She answered. Is this Mrs. Hayes? Her heart stopped. She hesitated. Yes. There's something you need to know about your husband. Her stomach tightened. What do you mean? A pause. Ethan Hayes isn't who he says he is. Silence. Because suddenly, this wasn't just about a strange marriage anymore. It was something deeper. Something hidden. That evening, she confronted him. Who are you really? She asked. Ethan's expression changed instantly. What are you talking about? Don't lie to me, she said. I got a call. Silence filled the room. Because now, there was no avoiding it. Ethan exhaled slowly. I didn't want you to find out like this. Her heart started racing. Find out what? He looked at her, and for the first time, he didn't look calm. I'm not just some random guy from a party, he said quietly. A pause. I'm engaged. Everything shattered. What? It's complicated, he added quickly. Complicated, she repeated. You're engaged and married to me? Silence. Because there was no explanation that could fix this. I was going to call it off, he said. But then, I met you. That made it worse. Not better. Because now, this wasn't just a mistake. It was a mess. And she was in the middle of it. Ring, they woke up married, but should they stay that way? Backhand index pointing right, would you follow your heart or walk away? Speech balloon comment. Stay or leave. The truth changed everything. What started as confusion turned into a choice. Lily stood by the window that night, thinking about the ring, the night, him. Everything felt unreal, but her feelings didn't. You should leave, she said quietly. Ethan didn't argue, didn't fight, because he knew he had already complicated her life enough. I'm sorry, he said, and this time, it sounded real. He walked to the door, stopped, then looked back at her. For what it's worth, a pause. That night wasn't a mistake for me. The door closed, and just like that, she was alone again. Days passed, but something stayed. The memory, the feeling, the what if. Then one day, she stood outside a courthouse, divorce papers in her hand, one signature, and it would all be over. Simple, clean. But her hand didn't move, because deep down, she knew the truth. Some things happen by accident, but some things feel too real to be mistakes. She looked at the ring one last time. Then, she smiled slightly and walked away, not toward the court, but somewhere else. Because maybe this wasn't about fixing a mistake. Maybe it was about understanding why it happened and choosing what comes next. The end. Ring red heart.